I try to
Oh,
just keep a level mind.
this was the one I was waiting for. The come center. If you're free, can read and restreaming this. Hello. And I'm not restreaming, I'm clipping. Ask yourself why none of these people are hiding from you wackadoo theories. Free can read has run out of credibility. Why none of these people are not hiding from your wackadoo theories? They are hiding from your wackadoo theories because they're sitting on a highly curated show run by Mama Llama to try and give them a false image in the public that these are the real victims. You will never ever see any one of these people go on a not positive channel. And they shouldn't, because everything you say can and will be used against you in the court of law. Just like Karen Reed really had to curate what show she goes on, have a very close list of things she can talk about, because everything you say can and will be used against you in the court of law. Center, you're very aggressive on the Twitter threads, but none of these people will go and talk to anyone who are critical of them, who will pressure them. I know they talk about the paint spatter in the house, and I remember it was there 5 years before anything happened. Yeah, sure, bro. How can you prove that? Do you have any pictures proving that? Or is it just something you made up after the Reed team showed that there was the paint spilled in the garage? Center, they don't take any critical questions. This is a show, 2 hours, only meant to mouthhug the shit out of them, just like they did with Clement. And I have to bring this up. Thank you so much, Shell Witness. 10 months of membership. Thanks for always keeping it real. I am just like Bixby, the Chappelle sketch, keeping it real when you take it too far. Yeah, it's insane. They're just, oh, so the paint was there. They never bring anything. Lana is paid by the Commonwealth. I don't know if she's paid by the Commonwealth, but she's best friends with Jen McCabe. Yeah, she's not going to ask one critical question of anything. McAlberts are too comfortable with the 100,000. There's going to come a time when we will forgive Karen Reed and feel generous. I don't need to forgive Karen Reed. You can have whatever position you want on Karen Reed. Like I said when DJ did his fundraiser, I hope it goes amazingly. I can't support it because, sadly, the people you choose to bring on with you. And I have made a hardline stance. Normally, I would be get along, go along, and just, even if I had been invited on the show, I would just have sat there and smiled and said, oh, yeah, let's do this for Karen. You brought people on who had done nothing for the last 5 months than trying to destroy the man who started all of this. That's why I could not support, and I would not. And I haven't watched any of that product, even though Mike has tried to restream it 47,000 times, so he at least had some content on his platform. I couldn't condone that. I think they made a choice. Karen Reed made a choice to go on a show with people who have done what they can to destroy whatever sentiment there was positively about her out there. There's some of the most divisive people, some of the meanest people, some of the a lot of adjectives I probably shouldn't say. Uh, why doesn't that show up? Where is it? Strange Credulity celebrates 7 months. Even Roberta Glass thinks they are tanking. That's what I wanted to get into yesterday. I played a few of the clips because she really despised them as well. But this is the problem. All of these people think who were on the fundraisers think that we are bad now, that they shouldn't work with us, that they shouldn't try and have us help them get some money back for Karen Reed. I'm not a fan of how Karen has treated Aiden. I'll be honest about that. And I've said it a million times. I don't have to like Karen personally to support her. But if she chooses to go on a stream with people who have attacked me personally, I will not support her. I know that they're doing another fundraiser on the 17th. I will not support it. And thank all of you wonderful peoples on the Twitch thread who made their poster thumbnail better, because I just saw that after you made fun of Mike, they actually went and changed changed their thumbnail because it was such a shitty thumbnail. So kudos to your internet armies. But they're going to bring on Mike, who has blocked half the internet. They're going to bring on Brian. I'm a well-known, world-renowned massage therapist. I will not talk about women like he talks about Jess Machado. They're going to bring on JFK, a man who didn't know Karen Reed until he found out he could put her hashtag in his videos and get views from it. A man who tried to go on and say, well, we're actually out here looking for, answers in the Giglio case or whatever that guy's name was. And then they found out, shit, no one wants to see our, well, let's go back and shitting on Will DeClara. Will DeClara, who has multiple times flown from Tennessee to Boston to support Karen. Will DeClara, who have done multiple fundraisers. Those three people or three channels have tried to destroy Will DeClara, have tried to destroy Aiden Carney, have tried to destroy me. A stupid nobody 4,000 miles away. If Karen wants to hang out with these people, coolio. I will not watch it. I will not support it. If you sleep with dogs, you're going to get fleas. That's how it is. I wish her all the best of luck. I hope that they make $1 billion. But I will not support it because Karen Reed has chosen to go into bed with people who are using her name to grift off of it. And I don't, yeah, I'm a grifter. Oh, you made so much money. You made your channel. I'm so angry at you. That's kind of my job. I cover trial cases. But I also spent 3 years digging into all of this shit, talking to tons of people, doing panel shows, raising awareness. I think I'm okay that I'll take home what it cost me to pay for StreamYard. But these assholes have done nothing than to try and hurt Karen Reed. And why Nick Rocco can't see it, I don't understand. As I said, when Nick Rocco show, finally, I saw he got his microphone. I don't know how long it can take to set up a show. I'll go to the local electronics store. I'll buy a microphone. I'll buy a camera. I have a computer. Let's fucking go. It's not a big problem. Anyone who reaches out to me and asks, how do I start a YouTube channel? I tell them the same thing. Get a decent camera, get a decent mic, and just get in front of the camera and get used to it. You don't need all of this bullshit. Because more buttons are you turning you into the expert. You don't know what you're doing. But if Nick was smart, and I think he's a smart guy, when he's going to start his show, Karen Reed does half an hour on Aiden's show, and Aiden ends the show and says, by the way, there's a world premiere on the Karen Reed show. You can go, I'm going to redirect you, and you can go and watch her and Alan Jackson on their very first show. Boom. That's how you fucking do PR. You don't say, oh, a guy who got stoned out of his mind and yelled at a guy with a speaker in a park. Yeah, let's hang out with that dude. A guy who says, I'm drama free. Did you know Jess Machado has a fat ass? Yeah, let's join him. Remember when all of you had your not your pussies, your panties in a bunch over Michael Proctor saying she's a fat ass babe though? Where are your rates against these people who are constantly body shaming Jess Machado? Well, it's different, yo. That's why I don't comment about when people go on about Nan. Because if I get mad about being a flat ass Wooster girl or whatever she is, I have to be angry when someone says Nan looks like Skeletor from He-Man. It's not okay. We can't be outraged on one and not outraged on the other one. But all these people who for 2 years screamed about Michael Proctor talking about Karen Reed's body are now spending every single day talking about Jess Machado's body. Why? And why? And that's the thing I don't get. I see people every day on Twitter that I used to talk to on Twitter when the case was going, who are sitting there now and shit talking Jess Machado and calling her fat, calling her a pig. I saw a clip of one of her videos. She was eating something. I have this rule, but I don't eat on screen because I'm a big guy. So I don't eat on screen because people, oh, look at fatty stuffing his face. And they're like, oh, she can't even go a show without eating. All of that is okay. That's how you think it's okay to treat her. But, oh, no one can say anything about Karen because he called her a cunt. I don't know where this rant started, but it went a long way. T-Rex, thank you so much for saying. Baker, you were absolutely correct. Emily and Expert and Emily had great chemistry. I'm always correct, T-Rex, and put that lot list down. If Karen Reed does that, I'm really good with forgiveness. Nosy Rose, if they were smart, they would do it. The problem is, I think she has really, really bad advisors. That's how you should do it. Jess is a rock star, and us stronger than all of them PRCs put together. Again, we don't have to love everyone. We don't have to love Jess Machado. We don't have to love Will DeClaire. We don't have to love Aiden. Most of all, you don't have to love me. I'm not a big fan of everyone I see out there. And I think that's okay. We all have different styles. We all have different ways of seeing how you would produce your product. But what they have been doing, they have actually tried to kill channels because they're fucking jealous. Oh, yeah, it was because of the forgiveness. I'm sorry. I go on rants sometimes.
In their profile bio, it says things about being kind,
Oh, we have a JFK writer here. Welcome. Disclaimer. Keep Francis Gigiotti's name out of your stream. You don't cover the case. No reason to speak his name and then butcher it. Ignorance is bliss. Well, go tell your car crew to pick it up. What happened? Why didn't they follow up with all the officers who got suspended? Wasn't it enough money in it? They had to go back and start drama because that's where the money is. All of you car crew guys, I feel so sorry for you that you have nothing else than this. Go around starting beef in everyone else's. If you were really thinking about Francis and that he passed away while being arrested, that you really wanted to go in there, ruled a homicide by the coroner, not meaning that he was killed, but that's the way it's phrased, and that the officers is all suspended awaiting disciplinary hearings. You would try and raise more awareness about it. You wouldn't go back and do the shitting on Will because that gives you money. You would try and go out there and build awareness. You would bring in people to say, hey, do you know about this case? You would probably try, don't reach out to me because who am I? I'm not allowed to have any opinions about Boston. But you would reach out to other people and say, hey, we need to put focus on this case. It looks really weird. This guy who was kind of turning his life around after he had been, let's be honest, he's been kind of on a rough life, goes out there, he is intoxicated, is being arrested. Is the police the fault that he dies? Or is it, as they try to say, well, he had drugs in his system? Oh, you didn't know, Jay Brillen? I did look into the case. Oh, don't you feel dumb now? Because if your car crew really wanted to help, they wouldn't have spent their entire life trying to monopolize. Oh, we're the only guys, yo, you know, who can talk about this, yo, you know. Oh, other people look into cases as well. Even that grifter from Denmark knows that case. But hey, yo, disclaimer. We're too fucking dumb to figure out that if we want to raise awareness, we spread the message. We don't sit over there and say, oh, keep his fucking mouth, name of your mouth, you fucking asshole. If you want to help him, maybe, just maybe, stop doing all of those fucking petty streams and start putting his name into your mouth. Go out there, look at it. Try and get some of the eyewitness. There's 90 minutes of videos where we haven't seen all of it yet. Try and find that video. Try and do some FOIA requests. Try and get those videos so we can see what really happened. Is it true that the police overreacted and was way too violent with him? Is it true that a slower approach where they had tried to talk him down would most likely have made him follow along? He could have been arrested. Even though he was intoxicated, he wouldn't have passed away. Those are the questions you should be looking at. But you don't, because there's no money in it. You tried to make it the new thing in Massachusetts. No one bite onto it. Because why? Because your channel is now a channel for haters. Imagine if you tried to build something. Imagine if you had followed up when James Jackson came in and said, "Hey, could we quash this beef?" Instead of him then 5 minutes later starting new beef, we could have been talking. I could have looked into that case. I could have done a Friday special. I have nothing on tomorrow. I could have done a Friday special, 2 hours tomorrow, talk about Francis, talking about how this case looks kind of weird. Is it a new George Floyd case, or is it an overdose? What is it? Bad policing? Imagine if we could have done that. Because contrary to your belief, I am against all police brutality in Massachusetts. I'm against all overreach by police in Massachusetts. I don't sit with my little scale and say, "Oh, I just like when the police is evil to Aiden because that's how I make money, by being a dickwad." Imagine if all of your car crew guys had been a little bit smarter and known how you did stuff like that. You would have gone out here and made more people look at it instead of trying to monopolize it, to try and be the new thing. Whoopsie. Even the fat baker knows that story.
Then you're probably not being that kind online.
You're not Turtle Boy or Clara, and to blame, get your facts right. Jay Brillin, let me say this with all of my chest. Who the fuck are you? Do I know you? Are you the new guy who came in on that show? I don't know you. I don't watch that show. I get sent clips whenever they try to start beef with me, and I have fun with it. Because it's sad, pathetic clown hour. It's cool you have your show. It's cool that you're sitting there and trying to build something. More power to you. But stop building it on hate. Try building it on positivity. Try go out there and help Francis. Go get the answers for Francis. Maybe figure out that when Sugar Mama stops throwing 500s at you, it's because Sugar Mama wants you to do her dirty work. That's why she only pays you when you do her dirty work. I'm not Turtle Boy. I'm not Will DeClara. And you're not JFK Show Off. You're not James Jackson. You're not Kevy Kev, who I still want to drink a beer with. We're who we are. But you came into my house and told me I don't know nothing about nothing. And what did I show you? Oh, I certainly did know that. But why don't I cover it? Because your assholes are trying to monopolize it and make it your thing. And by that, we have 450 people watching us right now. I could have been talking about that case. Well, not tonight, because tonight I'm making fun of the Fool's Room. But imagine if I did a Friday special for 2 hours and said, "Did you know this?" A whole new group of people would say, "Oh, I didn't know that. That's horrible. Maybe I should look into that." And then maybe another creator would say, "Oh, I saw this on Baker because I don't watch the car crew. I don't know who those weirdos are. But I kind of know the Baker. I'm going to watch him." And then it grows. And then someone will say, "Hey, JFK, you were on this first. Could you come on this show and we can talk about it because you were there from the beginning." And he can come on a show and he will get more viewers. This is how you build community. All of you guys are constantly breaking down bridges. You're just like your boy. Let's end it with the shout out of all the nights. Remember when Mike told us that we were getting thanks from Chris Albert?
About this because I think we talked about what if I think Mike Crawford said it once a couple years ago, and Julie will remember when he started thinking maybe I got it wrong after TV went to jail. And I remember him saying what if he did get this wrong and what if he did this look what we did to these people. So I think that even if at this point, because I don't know who would think that this conspiracy is has any truth to it at this point, but I don't know how they would all live with themselves forever.
Yeah. Did you call me a PDF file? Are you that stupid? Did he really call me a PDF file? These are the people that Karen Reed endorse. Because she's going to have JFK on. Well, Mike is having JFK on, and Karen Reed apparently is going to be there, calling people calling people PDF files. Put one in chat if you had thought 6 months ago that the worst people around us would be the people who claimed they were working for Karen Reed, the people who no one ever saw doing anything instead of standing outside of Aiden's show and steal his thunder because they can't make the juice themselves. Put ones in while I'm playing Julie. Thank you, J7, for sending this.
It's that her passion for it, and that's fine. But I just I don't particularly like because I don't, if she can, somebody's tell me that she did something.
5:45 in the morning. Okay.
Okay, fair enough.
I don't know if you could hear it, but it's apparently Julie talking something about in the morning in the background.
Okay, fair enough. But I love Earl, and I think the world to her, and she's. Who did you hear? I'm sorry, I didn't get that.
What the hell are you doing right now? The past 2.5 years, rather than one of these shows. I mean, Kristen hasn't.
And clearly she's not me.
So that was Julie in the background asking Chris what the hell he was doing going on a show. The Fool's Room, the place not to watch because they are absolute morons. But I got messages sent from me saying, "Did you hear this absolutely fuckery that went on tonight?" And I said, "No. Hey, Sleuthie." And I went on to Twitch. Someone called me on Twitch, talked to me about what had happened. And I went in and looked at it. And let me say, I hope for the love of God that this guy they brought on tonight to make severe allegations against Ray from Dallas has all the proof. Because, Jimmy boy, you just hosted a man who made some of the most defamating statements about Ray from Dallas. So, of course, what any normal person would do was, whoopsie, I'm sorry, we can't talk about that. I have no knowledge about this. This is, I'll wait till I see any proof of that. And when Mo Esquire came on your show and she said, you can't prove any of the shit you just said. And they said, well, Ray just ran away. Yo, he can just, come back, and then he can just, say, I didn't do, because, that's how we do when we steal muscle milk. No, that's not how it works, you fucking idiots. I'm not allowed to say retards. You had a person on who made an allegation that Ray from Dallas was a child molester. You didn't pull this guy off. You had him on. And all of your bullshit went, hey, it's an open link and he just jumped on when Ray from Dallas was on. And hey, who are you? Doesn't fool anyone. You are worse actors than you are rappers. Everyone knew that was planned when they saw you. And I hope Alex told his cousin that he was going to tell his story on the internet with some of the most toxic people on the earth. Forget just the web. Yes, allegedly maybe. I hope that this Alex guy has proof of what he just accused Ray from Dallas of. Jay Brill, our Lord and Savior, that mouth-breathing troglodyte who was smart enough to try and hide when he accused me of being a PDF file. The other two idiots are just 5% smarter, so they know they can't come out right and say, you are a PDF file, because that would be a defamation lawsuit right in their fucking face as fast as you can put it there. They know that. Jay Brill, he's not that smart. The guy thinks that he has a DNA sample in his freezer. Okay. Idiots. You hosted a guy that you clearly knew was going to go and make these allegations against Ray from Dallas, because that little, oh, who are you? I'm JFK, by the way. No, you're not. You're fucking Randy, a 50-something-year-old guy who thinks that he's Marky Mark's cousin, who has done nothing since you came on this scene than try and make as much chaos as possible so you could sit and milk the tits of Sugar Nan. That's the only thing you have done. Oh, I was fighting for Karen Reed. You did shit all. None of you have done nothing for her. You became free Karen Reed when you could jump on the anti-Turtle Boy train. You put her little hashtag in your video so you would move up in the algorithm. You did fuck all. Oh, who are you? I'm an idiot in Denmark. That's who I am. I know you're going to sit there tomorrow and say, yo, I'm so cool. Yo, he's not from Boston. Randy, fucking grow up. You're 50 years old. You talk like you think you're going to make a rap album next week. Get the fuck out of here. Oh, man, I don't know. I don't give a fuck about you. You can call me fat. You can call me stupid. You can call me all the things that you do. It doesn't change the fact that you're a sad, pathetic little clown who streams from his car and think that he's a cool guy. And now on your buddy Jimmy's show, his birthday bash, you brought on a guy who made some very defamatory statements that none of you said, we can't, no, you have to go. You'll sit tomorrow and say, well, it wasn't my show. I didn't know anything. Sure, bro. Sure, you didn't know anything because you just watched me when he came in and said, who are you? Because Alex, who knows no one on this show, who knows nobody, just when Ray comes on and Ray is trying to ask for peace, trying to say, hey, I'm sorry for the things I've said, and could you maybe retaliate that? This guy just pops on. Isn't that wonderful timing? And then we find out that a certain person had been in contact with them. This was a clear setup. So you could have Ray disappear, and then you could say, action speaks louder than words, right? And he just disappeared. Why didn't he stay? What was he supposed to be sitting there and doing? Saying, that's not true. That's not true. That's not true. Because you had accepted that. Oh, we're just asking questions. It's like, why is TB allowed to ask questions when we're not allowed to ask questions? We're journalisms too. I am hopeful that you all checked the T's, dotted the I's, and crossed whatever off the list that you could. Because I'm pretty sure that Ray from Dallas has some lawyer that is advising him right now. Randy was pissed. James talked to Ray the other day and didn't tell Randy. Well, Randy, you're a control freak. You're a sad little pathetic man. I hope that you have 100% airtight shutters between you and that Alex guy. That there's no proof that you talked to him beforehand. That there's no proof that you were in communications about this attack on Ray from Dallas. Because if Ray from Dallas have a halfway decent lawyer, you will most likely receive a letter tomorrow that you better fucking retract the statements you made. Or else you might have to see the inside of a courtroom. I know you always talk about prison and how Aiden couldn't make it in prison. He was just in sick ward. Well, I don't know if you can lose the storage unit you you record your videos in, but posting a guy making these defamatory allegations, that could probably bite you in the ass, don't you think? Yo, it was Jimmy Boy. I didn't do nothing, I'm just Randy. I don't know anything. I spin the wheels and I make music, 39,000 feet. No, you were sitting there taking over everything when Mo Esquire came on the show. You were really building it up. Why didn't he just say he didn't do it? Because you had accepted that, right? You fucking phony. When did this happen? It happened while I was streaming this morning. I know that is why I have a knot in my tummy all night. Oh, I'm sorry. Ray was... Ooh, my camera just crapped out again. I'm not that pale in real life. Just because I have a lot of light in my face. I have to say that. AI think on Rat's House tonight they played JFK finding out. Jays went on Ray's channel and made peace. JFK was furious. Yeah, because Ray came on to try and make peace. Because, hey, just got his ass doxed by Meredith and the koala crew. Remember when JFK didn't look like the koalas and the kangaroos until he saw the grift was better when Sugar Tits started throwing money at everyone who was against Aiden? Yo, we're keeping it at 100 here. Yo, we sway with the wind. This is how we do it in Boston, from the streets. Jim was on with Ray last week saying he wanted to build bridges. Yeah, that's funny. Little Jimmy Boy has been out there all the time talking about how we need to come together. And they just said something about my former girlfriend, and that's why I got mad at him. I never said a word about that girl. I don't know anything about that story other than she passed away, and may God take care of her soul. But you didn't hold back against me, did you, little boy? You three guys, I'm keeping Kev out of this because he wasn't on screen. You're fucking pathetic. And I just hope that you have proof of what you had a guest on election tonight, because no one buys that you didn't know what he was going to say. So you willfully hosted a guy that claimed that Ray from Dallas was a child molester. I already know what my next fundraiser is going to be for if Ray chooses to pursue legal actions over this one. If it's true, hey, he's the worst person in the world, but you better fucking have some proof of it. Because all we have right now is a guy saying, I am the truth, I am the evidence. I'm pretty sure that's not how it works. You have to have a police report, you have to have a conviction in court. Yeah, but this guy just came on. We had an open link, we didn't know. Fuck you, no one believes this. I didn't see Kev on when Alex came on.